Did you inherit your grandmother's tiny ears or swooped nose? Maybe you have the same curly hair or eye color as your grandfather. There's even a chance you look exactly like your aunt, uncle, cousin, or a long lost relative. Thanks to the magical science of genes, people who are related to each other can share the same characteristics when it comes to their appearance, even if they come from different generations. This, of course, goes for both regular relatives and famous families. When celebrities pass away, all of their money typically goes to their next of kin, which is usually their spouse and kids. But it turns out that family fortune and traditions aren't the only things that get passed down in a family line. Just ask the grandchildren of these famous celebrities who have inherited their genes, good looks, and most importantly, their undeniable talent. And a few of these grandkids even look like the spitting image of their grandparents when they were in the spotlight. So, let's have a look at the grandchildren who look just like their legendary grandparents. Ernest Hemingway and Dree Hemingway. Dree Hemingway is a formerly trained ballet dancer turned model. She is the great-granddaughter of the lost generation icon Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway influenced the world of literature with his amazing short stories and novels. Sadly, he's no longer with us. But his great-granddaughter Dree Hemingway is in the spotlight as both a fashion model and an actress known for her role in the film Starlet, thanks to her highly recognizable last name. Dree, a model and actress who looks so much like the man who came before her that she could have been his twin sister, revealed that it took her some time to embrace the importance of the relative she hasn't always felt connected to. When asked if she reads Ernest's work, the former student of Ernest Hemingway Elementary School told, "I studied it in school, but I was really not into it." But now she's honored to be Ernest's granddaughter. Dree might have been able to get the same feeling just by looking at a picture of her great-grandfather and comparing his face to her own. Jacqueline Kennedy and Rose Kennedy Schlossberg. Jacqueline Kennedy is famous for being the First Lady of the United States and the wife of the late US President John F. Kennedy. The socialite, writer, and photographer sired children who had kids of their own. The Kennedy family has always been a topic of conversation for decades, whether it be the mystery surrounding the family or their lavish lifestyles. Arguably, the most popular is Jacqueline Kennedy. From her iconic fashion sense to her role model status, who doesn't love Jackie? Her grandchildren are just as iconic. Rose is mostly known as being the spitting image of Jackie Kennedy. Seriously, they look like twins when you put their photos side by side. Rose looks similar to her late grandmother, Stella Banderas and Tippi Hedren. Stella Banderas is the daughter of famous celebrities Antonio Banderas and Melanie Griffith. But she's also the granddaughter of actress Tippi Hedren from her mother's side. She resembles much with her stunningly gorgeous and extremely successful grandmother. Although both of her parents are also known for their great looks, Stella marks an uncanny resemblance to her famous grandmother, Tippi Hedren. Much like her grandmother, Stella has embarked into the world of modeling. With plenty of campaigns and stunning photo shoots in her repertoire, it's no surprise that this beauty graced the cover of Glamour magazine in 2020. Clearly, there's stardom in this family's bloodline. But what's certain is that she looks extremely beautiful, just like her grandmother. Kirk Douglas and Cameron Douglas. Kirk Douglas was famous for acting in films like 1960s Spartacus. He was also a producer, director, writer, and a philanthropist. When the Douglases posed together for pictures, it's hard not to notice the striking resemblance between the Kirk and his grandson. The same smile, eyes, and even gestures. Cameron and Kirk have so much in common. Cameron Douglas's striking resemblance to his legendary grandfather, Kirk, gets more evident over the years. All men in the iconic Douglas family have to thank Mother Nature for their handsome looks and vibrant personalities. Did you notice the common features? Blythe Danner and Apple Martin. Apple Martin is the daughter of two famous parents, Gwyneth Paltrow and Coldplay musician Chris Martin. Apple Martin became famous the moment her parents announced that they had named her after fruit. But most people don't realize that she is the granddaughter of actress Blythe Danner, who is famous for her roles in films like Meet the Parents and in her supporting role as Izzy Huffstone on the show Huff. As she is getting older, she is making headlines because she looks just like her grandmother. Just take a look at Apple's eyes, her nose, her cheekbones, the shape of her face, her hair. Every feature confirms her lineage. Their resemblance was even pointed out by a journalist when he shared a picture of the trio on the Instagram. Alison Leborgus and Alain Delon. Alain Delon is a French actor who made a big splash in both France and abroad with his good looks and talents in films like 1960's Purple Noon and 1969's The Swimming Pool. Alison Leborgus is the granddaughter of Alain Delon, and for her, it is a case of affirmation rather than confirmation. You look at her and see the resemblance to her great-grandfather, Alain Delon, and that's it. Joan Rivers and Edgar Cooper Endicott. Joan Rivers was a comedian, an actress, a producer, and the television host of Fashion Police, where she used her sharp wittiness and comedic personality to dress down the questionable style choices of the celebrities. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us. But when you take a look at the Joan Rivers grandson, Edgar Cooper Endicott, it's impossible to ignore how much he looks like a younger version of his grandmother. While the comedian altered her looks over time with the help of plastic surgery, which is something that she was totally upfront about. Cooper has the same slim nose, pointed chin and the tight-lipped smile that his grandmother had during her early days in the show business. The only difference between the two seems to be the fact that Cooper's eyes are lighter than Joan's were, and his hair is slightly darker than the light locks that she had. While Cooper undeniably inherited his grandmother's looks, it was his grandfather, Edgar Rosenberg, who passed down his name to the younger family member. That means whenever Cooper looks into a mirror or pens his formal name, he gets to see hints of his grandparents, which is a lovely tribute to them and surely helps to keep them a part of his life even though they're both gone. Growing up in a famous family can be challenging for anyone, especially if you want to follow in the same footsteps as your parents and grandparents. Then there are also comparisons to your famous relative when you look exactly alike. It can be hard to carve your own path in life. Some of the grandkids prefer to stay out of the spotlight, but looking just like their family member keeps shoving them back into the public eye. So tell us in the comment section which resemblance do you like the most, and also comment below if you want to see the part 3 of this series. Till then, this is me signing off from Factside, and you can also suggest a topic on which our next video should be based. If you like this video, do share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. So you take very good care of yourself and see you in the next video. Bye bye.